Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Xenonauts 2. Okay, so, I think we've got our footing. We kind of, what wasn't really a slaughter. We only lost like 3 dudes. In the scheme of this sort of game, it's not that bad. We're not reloading or save scumming or scrubbing or anything like that. We'll just double check. This research system's going to take a while for me to really confirm if I like it or not. It's probably one of the most different things. No, don't do that. Yeah. I like that it's got the time there, and I can only assume that's against the current research. Oh, hang on. Indicates the organization will make progress on the selected project. Each scientist working on laboratory at a base will increase the value by 5% per scientist. Baseline 100% speed is provided by the chief scientist, so your organization will still make slow research progress even if you fire all the scientists. Wait, so is it always going to be 125%? That's troubling. I thought it was going to be relative. Like, say this requires 100 science points and this requires 200. If this is the case, if all it is the chief scientist is 100% and each scientist is 5% and that's it, that's the whole system, this is a crap system. I'll say it. I'll call it right there. What you need is a relative scaling so you can know if I follow this system, I'm never going to hire a scientist ever again. I guess the best I could do is go off how long it's going to take here. Now, is that 7 days and 23 hours against my current allotment of scientists? Research capacity, living capacity. Let's work on that then. We need to experiment with this. That's a bit yuck, isn't it? Living quarters. So it looks like we can get an adjacency bonus here. And laboratory there. So we'll get them building. We ended up hiring some troopers, which is good. Yeah, I really don't like that if that's how we're doing research from now on. I kind of like the idea of minigaming, the logistics of how many scientists should I have. Here we go. Engineers have completed defender armor. I think what we'll do is... It says we've got 12, does it? Start production. So these are different tabs. Right. It's a little confusing. Let's do that. Bring it up to 15. I'll keep doing it I'll just start production adds 1. That's so weird, man. So that's okay. That's producing there. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the UI looks cooler. I find that a bit confusing. I know I'm going into this episode being a bit picky, but this tab system's a little bit, I don't like that at all. I don't like the research system. Most everything else is good. I kind of like the highlighted colors on all this. Transit, 1 day. Recovering. 20 days. All right, so they're all healing up like crazy. Okay. Personnel arrived. Let's do that. Let's view the personnel screen. So it's good. I think it's good that I can assign them to the Skyhawk from here. This is much better. Geez, we've got just enough as well. No. Yep. Okay. We might play with the classes a little bit. Defender armor is done. I mean, do I just keep building more defender armor, or am I going overkill here? No engineering selected, plus 250 per... Oh, hang on. When you do not have a research project or engineering project in progress, your unassigned scientists or engineers will instead perform maintenance work around the base. Yeah, the result of these personnel generating a small amount of extra money for every hour. Now, when it's plus 250, is that because I have 5 engineers? Engineer wage cost. 125,000, 185,000 what? Balloons? 25,000, is that per month? Because you could probably turn a profit then. 250 an hour? Holy heck. That'll add up, actually. Won't it? Do I have funds report? Oh. Alien victory of 2 regions lost. That's particularly savage. The Soviet Union we're going to lose funding with. What are we going to do about that? We could potentially build a new base. How much is that going to set me back? $750,000. Oh my god. If I was going to have a Soviet-specific base. I think I might do it, actually. See, now there would be a level 3 radar max. I could get all the way out to the tip. No, I keep misclicking, sorry, when I'm sort of lining it up. I wish I could preview the level 3 radar on this screen. That'd be handy. I think something like that might be good. Soviet Union. Bugger it, let's go. Something to work on. Please place the access lift. Let's put it up there. Base view in the top right corner. Yep, I know, I see. I don't believe I'll be able to build anything until... Oh no, you can still... Okay. That said, I'm reluctant to really build much. Radar array will cost me 400,000. We'll just build the sort of foundations and get it going. I'm gonna go with... Let's try and keep $1 million float if we can help it. Alright, now what is this? Mars combat platform. This is cool. This I don't remember from the first game. Though I only played a bit of the first game. The Mars Mechanical Armed Reconnaissance System is a remote-controlled armored vehicle, small enough to be carried inside a dropship. Right, so this is a replacement for the scout car. This kind of makes more sense than having a full-blown scout car in a dropship. Faster, tougher, and better armed than any soldier, it would be a worthy addition to our tactical teams. This vehicle is designed primarily for scouting work. Compact and highly mobile, it can advance in front of your soldiers to sight enemies and draw out overwatch fire. Brilliant! Given its strong armor and relatively rugged construction, it is significantly more resilient to alien weapons than the average human. Okay, good. This brief is particularly helpful. It's forming my strategy. Or informing. When it does encounter enemies, the Mars usually has 2 methods of dealing with them. The more mundane option is the auto rifle, little more than a standard infantry rifle with a high capacity magazine and better recoil stabilization. The other option is a rocket pod mounted atop the vehicle. Although the Mars can only carry 6 rockets into battle, each one of these is tipped with a powerful incendiary warhead that will demolish almost all terrain within its sizable blast radius. Though it only deals mediocre damage against enemy units, it is very effective at breaking their armor. Oh, okay, well that's good. Additional weapon variants are also available should you wish to experiment further. Finally, note that the Mars is heavy enough to be able to smash through most walls and cover objects as if they were not there. This is obvious tactical utility itself, but a canny commander can also use this ability to create paths for nearby soldiers to use. That's brilliant. I think this focus on trying to destroy walls and that for sight lines is really cool. What is this? A sentry gun? Look how flimsy this looks, this shopping trolley thing. Although I shall refrain from commenting on the rather pathetic attempts to defend our previous facility from the cleaners, I nonetheless thought it prudent to bolster our defensive options. One hopes such efforts may help avoid a repeat of prior failures. Thus, I prevent the sentry gun, an affordable and robust vehicle intended specifically for protecting our base. Being a far simpler design than the Mars, it is significantly faster and cheaper to manufacture while still retaining most of the combat performance. Much of the simplification arises from the use of wheels for propulsion rather than tracks. This results overall cost complexity, or reduces rather, while also providing the weapon with an elevated fire position that improves accuracy. The downside of this design is that the sentry gun is prone to toppling over when attempting to traverse uneven terrain. It is therefore unsuited for general combat use and should be deployed only on flat concrete floors of our facility. This makes the sentry gun a specialised tool, though perhaps unnecessary in many situations. These inexpensive vehicles are nonetheless a highly effective way to boost the defensive garrison of a base, particularly when living space is tight. Okay, that's cool. That adds another facet. I haven't really put much brain power into defensive components. No research selected. 8 days. Why are they 8 days now? They were 7 days and a bit before, weren't they? I think we're going to do this xenobiology plot, especially for that monthly funding increase. Let's go. Analysis of the recovered extraterrestrial corpses may provide some insight as to their origin and how such creatures might best be captured. Fund that. 8 days. We might just have to use the number of days as the threshold and try and keep it at 7, for example, something like that. We'll come up with a system. How's this? Vehicles. Sentry guns. Alright, we need a Mars combat platform. So, a garage is a thing anymore? No. So they've just taken vehicles out whole cloth, or at least in that scale. I guess that's cool. Journalist murdered? Oh well. Assign engineering project. I mean, I suppose I should probably build a few sentry guns. Actually, you know what? Let's build another Mars combat platform. Just as redundancy. Unit costs $250,000. Hang on a sec. I changed my mind. Let's not do that. Sentry guns. Oh my god. No. Alright. We're going to leverage our passive income there. Oh, look at that. It goes. That's pretty cool. Following buildings are finished construction at our facility in Africa. Well, isn't this interesting because this will be base specific. Look at this, yes. So we could potentially load a facility up with engineers to make income, right? See this? The regardless of base I click on, it doesn't change. So you're never really going to have free scientists, but engineers, because we turned out quite a bit of money just then. Huh. Anyway, what did we finish building here? Oh, it was the hangar. It was the hangar. What we'll do is we'll keep it blank for the moment. I was kind of expecting we would unlock a new type of plane to research. Tactical mission. Look at this. What's this doing all the way over here? So have we had any UFOs yet? I mean, it's still early, but we're responding to these events. The cleaners are using this office as a secret intelligence hub. Raiding the site may allow us to capture more data about their organization. Oh geez, we're gonna go straight onto some human on human. We're on the front foot. It'll lower the global panic level, which is great. Time persistent. Oh. So this won't go anywhere until we do it? Well, hang on, let's close for a sec. Is there an actual global panic level statistic? Or are you telling me that we'll lose -10 in every region, which would be great, because Africa's getting a bit agitated with us. Everyone's got 20 panic. Man, that actually would be unreal. Yeah, let's go. Launch combat team. Actually, let's presumably the how do we assignments. There it is, the Mars thing. Okay, so they're all still recovering. Alright, I'm sorry, Sarah Ortiz. Even though you're a 10 out of 10. You're going back on the bench. Because we're bringing Mars 1. Steel plating. Loadout. Alright, yeah, unassigned. Skyhawk. So the Mars only takes one slot. Okay, that's fine. Can we change their sort of running order? We can, but I don't know what that means on the ship. Let's put the Mars in slot 1. Let's try that. And we've got our sniper and our heavy down there, down at the bottom. Alright. What have we got here? What would a shield kit be good for? Bravery, we reckon, maybe? Does the default rifleman have this thing? Tactical module, plus accuracy. Okay. Like that just sits in the vest, does it? It doesn't go like there or anything? And they've got a demolition charge and some grenades. Let's just test it. We'll put him on shield. Accuracy penalty. So that's a carry weight issue. Defender armor. Hang on, let's try this with you. Oh my god, look at that negative. Have we got anyone that I can do that won't actually get debuffed for being shield? Alright, that's not bad. Corporal Walter. Yeah, alright, you'll do. You'll do nicely. We'll put you at the top. What are we going to do with you? Assault? Yeah, so it's the defender armor that's given them the penalty, isn't it? Oh, look at this. Steel plates in their armor. Ah. That's cool. You can add steel plates. So... carry capacity -9. So what we want is people with the highest strength possible. 69. Problem is I've got a squad of pussies. A squad of... oh, here you go. No, Alice is jacked, but she's fine with this because that's probably quite heavy, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so what else have we got? Heavy, rifleman, shield sniper, grenadier? So even with the tactical suit, that's quite heavy. Is that what the penalty's for? Yeah, carry capacity. Hang on, who's got the highest strength left? 42, 40, 44. Private Taras Chernov. You can be our grenadier. Shield. Assault, what's your strength? 50, yep, cool. And then we'll just make these last guys riflemen by default. There we go. I'm just going to leave him with tactical suit. We're not going to worry about the armor, because I really don't want to lose the time units if I can help it. We have a shield and assault. You know, I think we can... I think this isn't as terrible a plan as... well, as it could be. Okay, launch combat team. Here we go. Launch report. Alright. Tactical vest. Oh, we can put heavy steel plating on this thing? What's that do? Effects minus time units but plus armor? Nah. No. You're a scout. We don't mind that. That's fine. Alright. Everyone's ready to go. Launch. Oh! And we'll unlock this first. Xenobiology. Our universe contains an almost unimaginable number of different environments in which life could potentially evolve, and this in turn means extraterrestrial beings could come in dizzying arrays of possible forms. Indeed, some of these could be so profoundly strange that humanity may not even be able to recognize them as a life form at all. It is therefore surprising to discover our alien opponents bear such a close resemblance to humans. This is obvious even at the most basic level. Common foes, such as the Sectons, are bipeds with 2 arms and 2 legs, familiar muscular skeletal and organ systems, and the ability to breathe our atmosphere. The similarity continues as one conducts deeper scientific analysis. One would not expect an alien life form to have DNA at all, let alone genetic material strikingly like our own. Yet, almost 75% of the Secton genome is shared with the average human. It is possible that life can only arise in a very narrow set of circumstances, that all life in our universe is vaguely terrestrial in form, because it must have evolved on a planet that closely resembles our own. Maybe, I guess. However, it seems rather more likely that something more sinister is at play. Sadly, we simply lack sufficient information to speculate as to what it might be. Discovering the truth will require much more research specimens, ideally those ones that have not been riddled with bullets. As such, I have provided engineers with the design for weapons that should be capable of non-lethally incapacitating extraterrestrial units for interrogation and further study. Cool. So we've got that research project. So that's the main mission going forward. Alien magnetic weapons. Or Warden combat armor. Let's do this. Study of various recovered alien firearms that all appear to function based upon a common set of electromagnetic principles. There we go. We'll add that in there. Alright, well, let's continue with our little mission. Commence tactical battle. Alright, so we're versing other dudes with guns as well, so we've got to be careful. Should I have put the defender armor on all my dudes? Maybe. Who knows? This is part and parcel of the process. We will see. Though, we'll have to check what stats level and how they level after missions. Like how we can level strength. That might just be from training in the base. Because I kind of like that it's... You know, we'll just give them crappy armor until they can level their strength up and then they can carry better stuff. Okay, this office building is being used by the cleaners to gather and process intelligence. Retrieving data from the site should help us identify and expose the cleaner command and control network. The mission cannot be won by eliminating all enemies. The dropship will lift off automatically once your soldiers have returned to it with sufficient captured data. Oh. Capture at least 10 cleaner data items from desks within the target building and return them to the dropship. Enemy reinforcements will spawn continuously from turn 6. Only items within the dropship will be recovered at the mission end. Additional cleaners will grant further cleaner network progress or cleaner data. They can be sold for $25,000 a pop. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's a good looking opso. Okay, Commander, the dropship has touched down. Get in, grab as much data from their computers as possible, and then get back to the dropship. We won't have long before cleaner reinforcements arrive. Understood. And you're absolutely certain that this building is under cleaner control? Positive. Well, mostly. Too late to back out now, though. Get on with it. Okay. Alright, there you go. So our running order has sort of been affected. Yeah, there's the shotgun there. Sniper and that in the back. And grenade launcher. Yep, cool. So it's 3. That works. I like that. Wait, is that a cleaner? He's got a health bar in red. It's like an FBI cleaner. Well, hang on. I need to make space for everyone to get out of the car. Oh my god. Stop smashing your car up, please. If you had to, could you squeeze out there? Okay. Yeah, bugger this bloke. Oh, it does like no damage. It was it's an armor thing, remember they said. Damage, 36 kinetic. 34 kinetic. Oh no, he's on 4 health. Sorry, for whatever reason my brain thought that he had lost 4. But how are we gonna do this? Probably push the shield. Opening doors. I'm good, thanks. And then shotgun. All right. Oh, for crying out loud, he's shot the cover in front of him. That's great. So red is a target I can hit. Wait, yellow as well? How come you were getting yellow markers? There you go, have a seat. Now, what are you? You're a grenade launcher. Oh my goodness. Does that offer cover? Terrible cover, but cover nonetheless. Oh really? You're not gonna go out that door? Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thread the needle. Bugger it. Oh yeah, shoot the robot. That's great. How about no? We'll just wait. Or I could have moved the bloody robot. I love it. It's like an FBI headquarters. Oh. There goes me little robot. But that's okay. I would argue it did its job. You know? Oh, so good. So, oh, there is burst fire. Good. Alright, so he's suppressed, so that's good. Oh, what sort of miss was that? I nearly shot him. Enemy spotted. God, this is dangerous. Hose my own dudes. Yeah, I've suppressed my own blokes. Great. I do want to push the shotgun, but I don't want to get him killed. Not enough to use. In turn. Oh, did he overwatch with his pistol? My grenadier. That is sick. Alright, cool. Alright, this is working. I'm enjoying the combat a lot more now that I sort of get it a bit better. A little bit more turtling, as I was calling it, though. We're still advancing, we're still pacing forward. Shame about the robot, but I think that was the point of it, to go forward. However, didn't it cost me $250,000 to build? So at the same time, yuck. Anyway. Alright, team, thanks again for joining me. I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.